What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to 10 in the Pit. Fresh off Aruba. Hope the vacation was worth it.
I'm already losing the tan, and it's annoying.
It's sad, right? So, right before Quentin went on vacation, he drilled up that brand new Hustle Earth. Fresh out of box was a...
It's like a 192, 4 or something like that. It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't good either.
Well, fair.
So, he came back from vacation. He almost had 30 games on this ball before he left.
Yeah.
So, watching him throw it and watching the ball lane shine a little bit, even though it did take a while for it to lane shine, that's what the ball needed.
It did.
I think.
Yeah.
Once the cover broke in, it got a little bit of lane shine. It kind of got a little bit more controllable.
Yeah.
Where Joey's broke in and was snapping hard, and then after about game 15, it kind of settled right down.
Good.
This did about the same thing. Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
So what Quentin is going to do, and if this is your first time finding 10 in the Pit, this is our second step of our bowling ball review process. This is our review. We do 2 videos per bowling ball. We do a fresh off the press to give you an initial first look at shape and our initial reaction at the brand new bowling ball. And then after about 10 days, 10, 15 days, we come back with about 45 to 55 games on the bowling ball and let you know if it's worth your hard-earned money. That is this process right here. Quentin has spent sweat. Any tears?
I can't see. Maybe.
Maybe some tears?
Yeah.
Some sweat and tears trying to figure this ball out for you guys. But if you guys would like to support the Pro Shop, xinthepit.com. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell out. That would help us out huge. Everybody says we should have more subs for what we do.
Let's do it.
So let's hit the sub button. Why not? So what Quentin's trying to do, he's trying to beat, I think JBB, first ball out, he's swinging 244. He is the top scorer. I mean, you can...
I'm not going to promise anything because, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't bowled him.
I mean, you can match me. That'd be great. You could join that club.
What'd you have?
300. Turbo X. If you haven't watched that review, that's worth it if you like strikes. It's pretty fun. I averaged 211 with that bowling ball. I wasn't expecting that either. Trust me. You ready?
Sure. Sure.
You taking odds on what you're throwing? Over or under 250?
Under.
Under? I'm going to go over.
I'm saying 218.
218? I'm going to go over. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the drill specs up on the upper corner, put a picture of the bowling ball so you know what we're talking about. This is the brand new Hustle Earth Solid. And Mr. Quentin Adams. I'm going to zoom in here right on the back of his bald spot there.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Bubby. All yours.
Okay. So I'm going to be standing 36.
Yeah, see, it's just like you didn't leave. You're good, bub.
My form's been weird lately.
You just went and spent a whole bunch of money on spray tan? Yeah? Okay. All right.
No, it's just dirt from work. I haven't showered in, 7 days.
6 years?
Since the month started. That's gross. That would be gross. Okay, same over here, 36.
Yeah, it's like he didn't leave. So you had the Hustle BRY.
Yes.
Which was a hybrid.
Yes. Better than this.
You like that BRY
this.
better than this?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought that was a little bit more user-friendly. Like you said, though, once you got the lane shine on it, and the cover is pretty true. Like, it doesn't shine up quick, which is nice to see. Yeah, it got more forgiving though. Like, those 2 lines were totally different. Came off the side of that. It is forgiving. It's a Hustle.
Correct. But at first out of box, it was not forgiving.
Right.
It was so early you couldn't get it across the lane.
It was like unpredictable too. Like
right. Fresh out of box, they didn't play like a hustle.
Yeah. And I'm happy it got better. Because
yeah, I was gonna be really disappointed
storm,
if I was.
so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna be very disappointed if I was gonna actually have to stand up there and say I don't like a hustle. Oh,
That's
get
inside.
lucky.
Go Brooke.
Oh, he gets lucky, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is why you take your thumb out of the bowling ball.
Hey, hey. I know plenty of one-handers that miss their mark by 5 boards too and get broke.
Easy now, easy.
Okay. Definitely inside on that. Like 3 boards. Probably like 6 boards at the break point. I do have to say, I don't like this ball going cross lane. Out by spares. That was a good ball. Focused a little bit more on my follow through on that ball. Make sure I hit my mark. Because, you know, you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Certain balls I really have to focus on it. This one being a solid, not as important as strong pearl or so. Something like that, you know. Ball is pretty good. I would say it's definitely worth the investment for a low end. Solid. Just after we drilled it, I was talking to James. I was like, what other low end solids are on the market? And
Rhino just came out with one, but
you can't really say many though.
no.
Because like even the Max Thrill Solid is finished.
Polish.
Right.
Yeah.
And this had grit to it. Definitely have some leeway with it. Even with speed, it's not a speed sensitive ball. As long as it sees that friction, you're good. Pull it in a couple boards, it stays. The cover on it is not crazy. Nice control piece. That's way out. I felt my foot go numb for a second, so my steps were a little weird. Okay. It's a weird release. Definitely.
Good cover, good cover.
Definitely not at my prime coming back. But should finish with a good game.
Well, I'm happy
Late
I
10
took the
there.
over.
Huh?
I'm happy I took the over. Yeah, he's coming straight for second place. Yeah. Well, now that we figured out what we're doing for this 1v1 stuff, he's like, yeah, I got to score big. Oh!
There's some side rotation there.
Well, this would be a perfect place to get it at, bub.
Did you see me lose that in
Yeah,
my
I did.
backswing?
I did.
Yikes.
I did. 244 though, put you solid in second place, Bubby.
Tied second place.
All right, boys and girls, children of all ages, that would be a 244 and a pocket 710 to finish the game with that brand new Hustle Earth from RotoGrip.
Is that a PG with this?
Alrighty, boys and girls, children of all ages, that would be the one and only Quentin Adams, 244. Puts him right in second place, tied with second place if I do remember correctly. 241, 244 is what JBB had. If not, he's holding second place strong. With that Hustle Earth. You heard us talk back and forth while he was bowling his game. Fresh out of box, this was not what this ball looks like now.
No, not at all.
No. Fresh out of box, I was for sure I was going to have to stand up here and say, do not buy it. But they broke in, cover shifted,
Yeah.
looks a lot better. Second step of our bowling ball review, let's find out what Quentin thinks. See if it's worth your guys' hard-earned money. Well over 50 games. I asked you if it was worth your initial investment, and you were like, mm-mm.
Right.
Now, after you have well over 50 games, is this bowling ball worth your initial investment?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that Ion Max territory. You got to wait for the ball to break in a little bit.
Yeah. A lot of the storm balls have been like that recently. I mean, even Joey's Hustle was
Correct.
like that.
20 games. Right around 15, 20 games, he
Your
said.
Typhoon, did that have a break-in period?
Typhoon had a little bit of a break-in period, but I liked it fresh out of box. Better than I liked it after it broke in.
Gotcha.
It played more like the Motive Super fresh out of box than after I get, well, I can't say that. For the first 50 games, it played very similar to the Motive Super. Now, that's just like the Lightning Blackout. I got over 100 games on that, and that thing is, yeah. But anyway, so worth your initial investment after 50 games. After the cover breaks in, it's definitely worth your initial investment. Okay. Now, would you buy another one to fill that small symmetrical solid in your bag?
I would. There's not many on the market.
There is not.
It's a hustle.
Correct.
It's hard to not make that choice.
Correct. I agree. We had the same conversation last year. I put the thrills and the hustles pretty much in the same category.
Right. And especially as a two-hander during the summer, oil's moving around a lot.
Correct.
And it's a nice smooth option.
Oil during the summer is a little bit thinner because of the heat and everything else. The humidity plays a whole different aspect to your bowling, in my opinion. So you would buy another one. It was worth your initial investment. Now, if somebody comes in there looking for a small symmetrical solid, are you going to recommend it?
I would.
You're going to let them know what?
Even though it's ugly.
I was going to say, a lot of people like the colorway and a lot of people hate the colorway.
I prefer the glow, but
You prefer the glow?
it's good for what it is.
So what warning are you going to give people that come into the shop that are looking to buy this ball?
Give it 10 to 20 games.
Okay. Make sure the cover break, just like the Ion Max.
Yeah.
Make sure the cover breaks in, and they'll be happy. But they're gonna have to put a little bit of work in to get happy.
Right.
That's what I like to be up front.
It just plays a different line once it breaks in.
I agree. So, worth your initial investment? Yes. At first, fresh out of box, it was not. And if you go back and watch our fresh off the press, he tells you point blank, not worth his initial investment. Now, after 50 games, it is. And this is why we do our review process this way. Was worth his initial investment? Now, would buy another one, would recommend it. So, before we get into ranking it, help our viewers out here. If you're looking to build an arsenal for league around this bowling ball, you can go the two-handed perspective if you want. What other 2 bowling balls are you going to put in your bag with the Hustle Earth for league?
I can tell you we're hoping to put that High Road 40 in there as a ball down. Ball up.
But for the High Road 40 to be a ball down, you would have to go with a weak layout.
I mean, it's a cleaner cover overall.
Cleaner cover, but I think it's going to play the same parts of the lane.
It will. But if you have a cleaner cover, just move a couple inside, you're good.
Okay.
Get to that same break point.
Okay.
Ball up.
You've had some really good ones so far this season. Cypher.
I wouldn't. Core wise, it's a ball up. I'm trying to think of like a solid though. I mean, Dark Side wouldn't be bad with it, but it's right around that same area.
Yes, it is. Because of the cover.
Right. Rockstar?
Rockstar's phenomenal. You know how I feel about that ball.
So like Rockstar, Hustle Earth, High Road 40.
Perfect. So that would be Quentin's. Got to remember, Quentin's a two-hander guy, so what he's doing is for his game. So Rockstar, ball 1. Hustle Earth, ball 2. Storm, High Road 40. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all symmetricals, but
Everybody's got a symmetrical bag and an asymmetrical bag, right?
Right.
I think so. Well,
no, we do.
we do. We do. All right, so that would be the Arsenal. Last thing, 5 being actually, we're going to do this twice. I want to clarify a few things.
Okay.
5 being God tier, 0 being the worst in the business right now as the ball sits.
Right now, as it sits, 4.
4? Okay. I'm all right with that.
Ball.
Not bad.
It's a good ball.
I will, as long as you're patient to break it in.
Yes.
Okay. So 4, I think it's a 3.5 because of the break-in. And if you don't get enough oil on it to break it in, you're going to end up hating this ball before you actually get a chance to like it.
Yeah.
Because it's designed for light oil and it needs a lot of oil to start with.
Yes, it does.
So that's why I kind of knocked it back a little bit, just to clarify a few things. I think the Hustle Glow is a 3 all day. It's really clean. At first out of box, it was stupid strong, snappy. It was perfect. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. And then watching Joey throw it 20 games later, and the he uses it as a ball down from his max thrill. I was hoping to be, kind of comparable, and it's
right.
I'm not going to say I was disappointed, but I was expecting a little bit more out of the Hustles this year, especially as all of their staffers and everybody was pushing them as the biggest Hustles to date. They were fresh out of box.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see that.
But pros drill them.
Yeah, I know pros drill them, but
like they use them for like 5 games, drill another one.
Correct, but
so what they see is only
to a point, because they still have their arsenal they take with them.
They do.
They're used balls. They don't just drill a new one every week.
Sometimes they do.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that. But I mean, just like Jacob carries the same bowling balls for.
Yeah.
He gets 1 or 2 punched up every year.
Right. He also has almost 6 of them.
Correct.
Laid out differently.
Correct. So yeah, I mean, I understand.
Depends what you're bowling on, the house, like all that.
Right, I understand what they were saying, but for them to come out and say it's the biggest, strongest hustles they've seen, and then to watch them break in, it's kind of disappointing. You know what I mean? But that would be our take on the brand new RotoGrip hustles. Not bad, but you got to be patient enough to let them break in.
Yeah.
And I said the same thing with Joey's. I put Joey's Glow at a 3. I put this one at a 3.5 because the cover's a little bigger and it stays a little bigger. But it still diminishes quite a bit.
I like it now, though.
Oh yeah, no,
For
definitely
sure.
now, yeah. But it
Out of
definitely
box, it
diminishes,
was
yeah. Didn't give you a playable
It
line.
wasn't a hustle.
Correct. So that would be our take on the brand new Hustle Earth. If you made it this far, we appreciate you all. If you wouldn't mind, check out the website, xinthepit.com. You want a Bowlifi jersey, that link will be in the description as well. Discount code for the website. Do you remember it?
We still on Cypher?
Still on Cypher. We haven't had a 5 yet.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, I think the 5's coming this week. That new EXJ ball's
Oh.
crazy. But check out the website if you wouldn't mind. Like, share, subscribe, hit the post notification bell, and you'll see this guy back with that, what ball?
High Road 40.